join us. I'm Hadi Sidisiraj with headlines. President Bola Tinubu begins historic state visit to United Kingdom. FCT Minister Wike inspects major road project, promises completion by May. Multiple bomb blasts hit Maiduguri, Borno state capital. And on business, Nigeria's headline inflation rate eases to 15.06% in February 2026. Another news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will depart Abuja on Tuesday, March 17th for a state visit to the United Kingdom, accompanied by the First Lady, Senator Oluyemi Tinubu. A statement by presidential spokesperson Bayo Onanuga said the president, who was invited as guests of Their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla, will be hosted at Windsor Castle from Wednesday, March 18th to Thursday, March 19th. The state visit is the first by a Nigerian leader in 37 years. President Tinubu is also the first Nigerian leader to be hosted by the British monarch at Windsor Castle. While at Windsor Castle, Their Majesties will invite the President and the First Lady to view a special exhibition of items from the royal collection related to Nigeria. The royal family will host a state banquet in honor of the Nigerian guests in the evening. President Tinubu will also hold a bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Keir Starmer at 10 Downing Street, which will lead to expanded bilateral engagement between senior officials of the two countries. The President will also witness the signing of the landmark £746 million deal financing between the UX Export Finance and Nigerian Ports Authority and the Federal Ministry of Finance to support the refurbishment of two of Nigeria's major national maritime infrastructure, the Lagos Port Complex and the Tinkan Island Port Complex. The President will also be the guest of honor at the Nigerian Modernism exhibition showcasing modern arts and culture, and will also attend a reception with Nigerian and British business leaders and diaspora community. President Tinubu is expected to return to the country at the conclusion of his state visit. Now, the FCT Minister Barrister Wike has said several ongoing road projects across the territory are on track for completion ahead of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's third-year anniversary in office. Barrister Wike gave the assurance after inspecting projects linking Karsana, Kubwa, Jahi, Warimpa, and Kuji, noting that contractors have maintained steady progress on key infrastructure aimed at improving connectivity across the capital city.
Let us not pretend, all of us know an armed robber cannot go to a place where there are no people linking the armed robber. There must be somebody very close. Kidnappers don't also go to just say, as I kidnap somebody. There must be an informant. So it's not far from the fact that, yes, they have collaborations between the various the partners. Okay, take for example, we're talking about the embassies. First of all, for the control to give you approval of building, you must show ownership. And that ownership is CFO. We can find out that there's no CFO. How did they approve the building? So these are the kind of problems we have.
Among the projects inspected was an N16 interchange linking Jahi and Gwarimpa, as well as the airport road to Kuji project being handled by Arab contractors. The minister said the projects are expected to be completed by the end of May and will significantly ease transportation for residents commuting between satellite towns and the city center.
First of all, I don't know why you can have a good transport system when you don't have a connectivity and you don't have good road network. It's a simple one for you to connectivity, and that makes transport to be easy. And that's what every city is looking up to.
Barrister Wike also defended recent demolitions of illegal structures in part of the capital city, including areas designated as green zones and diplomatic land. He said the actions were necessary to enforce the city's master plan and warned that the administration would not tolerate violations of approved land use.
And then we are here now in the Guzabe. Like we've always said that our people do not obey or do not want to obey laws, and simply because they always believe that government will come and go. And so let's just wait. When the government comes and go, we'll continue what we are doing. We will not allow that. It doesn't matter, but we'll do the right thing. This place was given as a green area, but for what we have seen now, they want to develop it to an estate, which is in violation. And this is the kind of things we have always complained about. People will use different strategies to get land from government. And at the end of the day, they will do a different thing. So we have to demolish it. And we are also going to withdraw the whatever approval he has, because it was not given to him to develop estate. It was for green area.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has inaugurated the Media and Publicity Subcommittee of the 2026 APC National Convention. The inauguration took place in the Minister's Conference Room, Radio House Abuja. Tapsi Gimba has details.
Minister of Information and National Orientation, Malam Mohammed Idris, said the Media and the Publicity Subcommittee of the 2026 APC National Convention is not only reporting the activities leading to the convention, but also developing content, create media relations, and liaise with other committees for the successful hosting of the convention. He said the subcommittee goes beyond publicity. It involves ensuring accurate information dissemination, promoting transparency, coordinating media engagement, and projecting the process and outcomes of the convention to Nigerians and the international community. He said, as a co-chairman of the subcommittee, the responsibility entrusted to this committee is therefore both strategic and vital.
Let me thank you most sincerely once again for accepting to serve and to ask you to please work very hard. We don't have much time again. Let's work very hard. And as I said earlier, the success or otherwise of this convention is dependent on how well we organize this committee and how well we ensure that all the programs that we have set up also are ventilated to the Nigerian public effectively and positively. So let me thank you and to tell you that I'm part of what you are doing, and whatever you do there, I'm sure I'm going to get details of that, and then also, of course, relay that to the chairman, His Excellency Memala Boni.
The minister said, as a party, the APC remains committed to advancing the renewed hope agenda of the president, and this forthcoming convention provides another opportunity to demonstrate the unity, discipline, and shared commitment to national progress. A member of the Media and Publicity Subcommittee, Tunde Ramon, said the subcommittee would do its best to ensure a successful hosting of the convention.
We're able to do our work well. There's no more to it than, sharing out the work, ensuring that at the end of the day we coordinate to ensure that we have a heat-free convention of the greatest party in Sub-Sahara.
The ABC National Convention is expected to be held soon. Tapsi Gimba, reporting for ASO Television News.
Now, Monterey bomb blast in Maiduguri, the capital city of Borno State, has claimed the lives of 23 persons, while 108 others sustained injuries. This was confirmed by the spokesman of the Borno State Police Command, Nahum Kenneth Dasu, who disclosed this in a press statement on Tuesday. In the statement, Kenneth Dasu said suspected suicide IED explosions occurred at about 1924 hours on Monday at Maiduguri Monday Market, the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital Gate, and Post Office flyover area. He said preliminary investigation reveals that the incidents were carried out by suspected suicide bombers, adding that following the incidents, a combined team of police tactical units, the military, and other joint security operatives were swiftly deployed to the affected areas. The command spokesman said the victims were promptly evacuated by emergency responders, including NEMA and the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, to medical facilities where they are currently receiving treatment. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum called the apparent bombings barbaric and said the recent surge in attacks is not unconnected with intense military operations in the Sambisa forest. Now, the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has issued a traffic advisory to motorists and travelers along the Wagalaga corridor in the FCT, following congestion caused by ongoing dismantling work on the temporary steel fortification on the Wagalaga Bridge. The Corps said the construction activity has led to slow traffic movement around the area, urging road users to remain calm, exercise patience, and cooperate with traffic officials deployed to manage the situation. Motorists have been advised to comply with directives from FRSC personnel and other security agencies to help ease congestion and prevent avoidable crashes. The advisory comes ahead of the Eid al-Fitr celebrations, when vehicular movement is expected to increase across major highways. The FRSC therefore is urging drivers to maintain lane discipline, avoid dangerous overtaking, and approach the construction zone with caution while planning their journeys ahead to ensure safe travel for all road users. The Federal Road Safety Corps says its operatives in Zaria have recovered and returned 3.7 million naira and other valuables from the scene of a road crash along the Zaria-Funtua Highway in Kaduna State. The Corps spokesperson, Corps Commander Felicia Kadu, in a statement said the crash, which occurred on March 15 near Zaria Academy, involved a Toyota Corolla and a Peugeot 806 carrying 9 passengers. According to the Corps, 1 person died in the accident, while 8 others sustained injuries and were taken to the Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital for treatment. During its rescue and clearance operations, FRC personnel discovered a large sum of money and other valuables scattered at the crash site. The officers recovered the items and later returned the 3.7 million naira to the victims. The handover was conducted by Zaria Unit Commander, Chief Route Commander Nasir A. Falgori, in the presence of the victims' relatives and witnesses. Commanding the officers, the Corps Marshal of the FRSC, Sheikh Mohammed, described the act as a reflection of the core value of integrity, accountability, and professionalism. The beneficiaries also expressed gratitude to the FRSC operatives for their swift rescue efforts and honesty in safeguarding their money and valuables. Now moving on, the Society for Enhancement of Women Integration has called for support for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. National Secretary of the group, Professor Ridwan Adeyemi, called for the support during National Media Conference alongside a special prayer session for the nation held at the conference room of Abuja Broadcasting Corporation. Our reporter Kabiru Jibril reports.
The way the people of the nation are, that is how God will put their leader on them.
The event, which brought together political mobilizers, women organizations, and grassroots campaign networks, began with a special prayer session.
God will honor our words in the name of Jesus.
Speaking on behalf of the coalition representative and support group.
In an address, National Secretary of the Society for Enhancement of Women Integration, Professor Ridwan Adeyemi, noted significant policy reforms of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration aimed at stabilizing the economy and strengthening national security.
The nationwide network of witness to door-to-door ambassadors and Nigerian Development Group support groups will begin a coordinated program of civic engagements, policy advocacy, grassroots mobilization, and public enlightenment aimed at supporting the administration's vision for national transformation.
My own majorly is to appreciate Allah.
The national coordinator, Haja Fatoki, explains that the event serves as a moment of national reflection and prayers. Speaking further, she emphasized the importance of national unity and collective prayers for the progress and stability of the country.
Our endorsement is rooted in the conviction that Nigeria is currently undergoing an important phase of economic restructuring, institutional reform, and national rebuilding. This reform requires continuity, stability, and sustained leadership in order to fully deliver their intended benefits to the Nigerian people.
To love your nation is part of the faith. So our purpose here is to come and do the right of our deen.
Oh Allah, put your mercy, blessing, grace, benevolence, and guidance on this our great leader.
Amen.
Participants at the event reaffirmed their confidence in the leadership of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, urging Nigerians to continue to pray for peace and stability of the country. Kabiru Jibril, ASO Television News.
You are watching ASO Television News. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 392. Also on Star Times TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on Richard Band channel 38. Still to come. Nigeria's headline inflation rate eases to 15.06% in February 2026. Still as for details of this and more stories.
Some things don't arrive. They've always been. Not for a day, for all of time. Until quietly something shifts. Moving from someday to now. Women are not honored in time. They are woven through it, shaping every story, every voice, every breath. We are because she is, and because tomorrow they will be.
And thanks for staying with us. And the news continues. Former senator representing the FCT, Philip Tanimu Aduda, has formally resigned his membership from the People's Democratic Party (PDP), citing the ongoing crisis within the party. In a resignation letter dated 17 March 2026 and addressed to the chairman of the PDP in Karu Ward, Abuja, Senator Abuja stated that his decision to leave the party takes immediate effect. The former lawmaker explained that the persistent crisis rocking the party informed his decision to withdraw his membership after years of political involvement under the PDP platform. Senator Abuja expressed appreciation to the party for the opportunities it gave him to serve the country in different capacities. He particularly acknowledged the platform provided by the PDP, which enabled him to hold elective positions at the national level. Abuja represented the FCT in the Senate for 3 consecutive terms from 2011 to 2023, serving during the 7th, 8th, and 9th National Assemblies. He concluded the letter by conveying his gratitude and respect to the party leadership while assuring them of his high esteem. The development is seen as another significant political move within the FCT as stakeholders continue to monitor the unfolding situation within the PDP. Now, Chairman of Abaji Council, Raja Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, has concluded a humanitarian outreach aimed at supporting Islamic tafsir preachers and Quranic reciters across mosques in the council area. The outreach, which took place during the holy month of Ramadan, was carried out by a delegation led by the Deputy Chief of Staff, Abdurrahman Ibrahim Agui. During the visits to several mosques within Abaji Area Council, the delegation presented cash support on behalf of the chairman, tafsir preachers, and Quranic reciters in appreciation of their dedication to spreading Islamic teachings and guiding the Muslim faithful. The Deputy Chief of Staff explained that the gesture reflects the Council's commitment to encouraging Islamic scholars who devote their time and knowledge to preaching and reciting the Holy Quran, especially during the spiritual period of Ramadan. In their response, the tafsir preachers and Quranic reciters expressed appreciation to the chairman for the support and recognition given to them. They described the gesture as timely and encouraging for those engaged in religious teachings within the council. They also offered special prayers for Chairman Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, asking Allah to guide, protect, and strengthen him throughout the remainder of his first tenure, and grant him wisdom, good health, and divine direction as he prepares to begin his second tenure. The Islamic scholars further prayed for sustained peace, unity, and prosperity in Abaji Area Council, Nigeria, and the world at large, especially during the blessed month of Ramadan. Now, the Ukomo Igala organization is set to host a fundraising dinner in Abuja as part of efforts to mobilize resources for community development projects. This was disclosed in a press conference in a press statement signed by the organization's national leader, Major General James Ali Ataguba, retired. According to the statement, the event scheduled to hold on March 21st at the Armed Forces Officers Mess, Asokoro, aims to strengthen unity among Igala and Bassa people while generating funds to support strategic interventions across their communities. General Ataguba said the organization is targeting 500 million naira from the fundraising dinner to drive critical social and development programs across the Igala and Bassa nations. He further urged traditional leaders, professionals, and well-meaning Nigerians to contribute towards the success of the initiative. Now, the IULA Solidarity Front, ASF, has called on the Edo State government and security agencies to urgently intervene in the escalating chieftaincy dispute in Agodi community, its Akko West local government area of Edo State. The group highlights that the crisis followed the death of late Oba MS Momodu, after which a succession dispute arose over the Agodi traditional stool. According to the front, a federal high court judgment delivered on January 12, 2026 affirmed the lawful order of succession based on the seniority among the sons of the late monarch. However, the group claimed that despite the court ruling, Mr. Shayawu Momodu was allegedly installed without due process and later forced his way into the Agodi Palace with the support of some individuals. The IULA Solidarity Front further stated that the action was carried out despite a suspension order by the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs and an injunction restraining him from parading himself as Oba. The coalition described the development as a threat to peace and warned that the situation could lead to violence if urgent steps are not taken. They therefore called on the Governor of Edo State, the Commissioner of Police, the Department of State Services, and other security agencies to enforce court orders and restore calm in the order. The group, however, urged members of the IULA clan to remain peaceful, law-abiding while awaiting government intervention to resolve the dispute. Now, the National Bureau of Statistics says Nigeria's headline inflation rate eased to 15.06% in February 2026. Data released on Monday by a bureau showed a marginal drop of 0.04 percentage points from the 15.10% recorded in January. While the decline is slight, it signals a continued trend of moderation that policymakers at the CBN are expected to monitor closely as they pursue price stability. According to the report, the Consumer Price Index (CPI), which measures the average change over time in the prices of goods and services consumed by households, rose to 130.0 in February 2026, up from 127.4 in January, representing a 2.6-point increase within the month. On a year-on-year basis, headline inflation fell significantly to 15.06% compared with 26.26% recorded in February 2025, representing a decline of 11.21 percentage points. The NBS noted that food prices remained the largest driver of inflation during this period. To end our news at this hour, another look at one of our major stories. President Bola Tinubu has departed Abuja for a state visit to the United Kingdom, accompanied by the First Lady, Senator Oluyemi Tinubu. I am Hadisi Bisiraju, and thanks for watching.